Hey guys, I'm Jess. Welcome back to the Drifter Journey channel. Today's video is going to be all about 3 tips for how to save money gardening. If you've been following us for a while, you know that we're frugal and we try to save as much money as possible. So gardening can be very expensive if you want it to be, but we're going to make it inexpensive. There are some discount codes and product links in the description of the video, so be sure to check those before you buy anything. And also, if this information is helpful for you, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment. We appreciate it. The first tip is going to be buy good quality products. So you see behind me, I have a couple of Vegega raised garden beds. This is the 9-in-1 configuration that I have built out to the 6.5 by 3.5 version. And there's some accessories on it that I'll talk about later that help us save money gardening as well. Today we're going to be focusing on the new one behind me that is the L-shaped garden bed. This is the 7-foot configuration. So when you buy good quality products, they last longer, which means you spend less money on maintenance and less money replacing them down the road. I've had these out here in the hot, intense Colorado sun for several years now. They're holding up great. They still look brand new. I've seen people who also have Vegega beds that have accidentally had trees fall on them. There's minor dents, not even a scrape in some cases. So investing money in good quality products is the first step. And we do have an affiliate link and a discount code for you for all Vegega products. Step 2 for how to save money gardening is use a method to fill your soil beds that uses less soil. Most of us don't have access to a big pile of topsoil. I certainly don't. And soil can add up. It can be expensive, especially when you're filling a large raised bed like this. So I'm going to show you guys how to fill this raised bed with things like bark, firewood debris, wood chips, pine needles, things like that, creating a nice even base. And then we'll top it off with the actual soil for growing. Now you'll want to do the research depending on what you want to grow in your bed, how deep you need your soil. Obviously some plants need further root distance for the soil than others. So depending on how deep you need that actual soil layer to be on the top half of the bed, will determine how much of the like woody debris you can put in the bottom versus soil on top. So that is the next step. I'm going to fill this bed and then I'll get you to step number 3. Before we get to filling the raised bed, I just want to mention how easy these are to put together. It helps if you have a flat level surface to assemble the raised bed because then the holes in the panels line up right away. It's also a little faster if you use power tools to tighten the nuts. Just be sure not to over tighten. We assembled this bed in our garage and it only took about 30 minutes. Then we moved it out to the garden where I had already cleared a space for it. We did some micro adjustments to make sure it was fairly even and level. And now we're ready to fill it up. First, we put a layer of cardboard down on the bottom. That kind of helps as a weed barrier. If you're in an area where you have gopher problems or rodents that are digging up from underneath, you'll want to look into and research putting some very small wired hardware cloth along the bottom first, and then you do your cardboard. So if you guys look into this at all, this method is called the Frugal method. You start with, like I mentioned, kind of big woody debris on the bottom. I've got a combination of bark, rotten wood from firewood processing, a little bit of mixed pine, some aspen, that kind of stuff. And this is a 17-inch tall raised bed. I would like about 10 to 12 inches of soil. So I'm just making sure I have about 6 to 8 inches of this woody debris on the bottom, and then we're going to do a layer of kind of smaller woody debris to fill in all the gaps, and that'll kind of keep the soil up on the upper half of the bed. So one last layer before soil, and you can do kind of whatever you want here. I've got a mix of pine straw, grass, stuff that's just been sitting on top of my compost pile that hasn't broken down yet. And this is just going to kind of create that last barrier for the soil so that it doesn't all sink through all the nicks and crannies and down to the bottom of your bed. As you can see, we didn't have to use too much dirt at all. I'm going to put another layer on just because I know how much this is going to settle. You can imagine how much more soil we would have had to use if we hadn't used that layering method, the Frugal method, to have woody debris filling up the bottom of the bed. And it is basically ready to plant. So that brings us to the third tip for how to save money while gardening. My advice is to use accessories that help your efficiency. So, for example, this raised bed, you might have noticed, has a frame on it. This is for their cover system, and it does integrate into a couple different size beds. Like I said, this is the 6.5 by 3.5 configuration. I think there's one other size they make for the frame cover. And essentially it just allows you to either add a mesh cover or a PE, kind of polyethylene plastic cover, to maximize your season, keep pests out, keep frost out. This bed in particular, I had some tomato starts in from the beginning of the season, and we had a couple of really late unexpected frosts. I also had tomatoes on my trellises over here, and almost every single tomato on the trellises died because of those frosts. But I had eight tomato starts in here. Just under the mesh cover, I wasn't even using the plastic cover yet, and that mesh cover was enough to hold enough heat in, keep the frost out, and I have since retransplanted those tomatoes onto the trellis so that I can trellis them, but I would not have any tomatoes this year if not for that mesh cover system. Another option is just your watering system. So Vegega does make kind of a nice grid watering system that you can get, and that helps with your efficiency for watering as well. And obviously we've got shade cloths, we've got trellises, basically anything that you can use that will help maximize the output of your garden, the efficiency of your time, and your resources. So the money that you're spending, like on soil, on seeds, on water, the resources that you're spending, like your fertilizer, your water, your time, all of those things. So that's my third tip for saving money, is just use tools and accessories such as the Vegega bed cover system and the watering system to help maximize everything as much as possible. So like I said, shop the links in the description. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any good tips for saving money for gardening, definitely leave those in the comments, and I appreciate you watching.